Sam, you talk about a could-do list versus a to-do list. Do you explain?
Yeah. So I come from a long line of list makers. My mother's a list maker. My grandmother was a list maker. I am a list maker. Um, I like making lists and I like doing it by hand, right? I'm
Uh-huh.
an analog girl. And uh, but when I notice, and while it's helpful to just get all the things in your head onto a piece of paper, now you just have this big undifferentiated list, and I don't know, it often makes me feel tired before I even start. So first of all, I like to call it a could do list because to do makes me feel like I'm already committed and I'm being chased by a pack of wild dogs and I'm already behind, right? So could do, however, gives me a little bit more stretch, both in terms of being able to opt out. Like, I could do laundry. I could walk around in dirty clothes. I'm an adult. I have choices, right? Like,
Right.
I may not opt for that, but I could do that. It also allows me to write down things that may seem improbable or impossible but might spark other ideas like, oh, I've got this new book coming out. Well, when I lived in California, I lived not very far from Montecito, which is where Ellen and Portia live and where Oprah lives. Well, like I could run over to their house and throw the book over the wall. Am I going to? No, probably not. But does it put me in mind of who else do I know that is maybe not at the Oprah Ellen level, but still influence? Like who else could I reach out to? Oh, maybe Montecito has a chamber of commerce. Maybe I could talk to the business owners there, and maybe right. So that could do. I could go to the alumni association meeting. I could not.
Right.
Oh, what would that do for me? Right. So we can get a little more have to and a little more imaginative about what's really going to matter here. Um, I also like to take these lists and add on a few extra columns. I like to add on how much time I think something is going to take.
Hmm.
And especially for those of you who chronically underestimate how much time something is going to take, can be really useful to say, like, oh, I keep writing this down like it's only going to take 15 minutes. And in fact, it takes me
Mm.
half an hour every time. No wonder I'm always 15 minutes late to that meeting.
Right.
Right. So
Right.
let's get a little smarter about that. Sometimes I think, oh my God, I've got a grillion things to do. But then I look at it and I'm like, oh, that's 10 minutes, that's 20 minutes, that's an hour. And I realize, oh, I've got like 3 hours worth of stuff to do. I can knock that out this morning, take the afternoon off, right?
Mhm.
So, and if you cannot put a time to something, your project is too big.
Ah,